So following on from the previous video, I've been trying to explain how these sinusoidal functions are useful in real life. By the way, cos of x here, and this is sine of x. Sine of x and cos of x are sometimes referred to as sinusoidal functions. Okay, so following on from the previous video, I've been trying to explain how these functions here occur in nature. So, for example, here's another example. Let's say you're in space. Now, hang on. Before you're in space, if you're on Earth, if you want to know your mass, if you want to know how heavy you are, you would stand on a bathroom scale, and then the bathroom scale would tell you how heavy you are. Now, if you're in space, you can't do that. You're just floating in space. So how would you measure your mass in space? How would you find out how heavy you are in space? Well, you see, in space, to find out your mass, or to find out how heavy you are in space, you would have this machine here. Hang on, I can't really represent it that well. It's basically a you've got some sort of cushion here, and then on top of a pole, and the pole here would oscillate like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It will oscillate like that, but in one place. So it would do this, up and down in one place. But if you draw a graph of this thing here, so this is time here, and this is displacement, or the position of this thing here. Let's say displacement. Okay, displacement. Well, it's just how far away from. Well, if you were to draw, in space, it would just move up and down like this, up and down, up and down. It will oscillate up and down. So if you were to draw a graph, it would look something like this. It would look something like this. Hang on, let me think. It would do something like this. And this point here, let's say this point here is around here somewhere. Okay, so this is a reference point. So it would oscillate like this. Okay. Well, to measure to see how heavy you are in space, you would do this. Hang on. So you've got a machine that will oscillate up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down like this. You would then get onto this machine. So your head would be here. This is you here, and this is your legs here, and your hands are here, holding on to some sort of grip here. Okay, so this thing would oscillate. So when without you on this machine here, it would oscillate like this. Okay, but then when you get onto the machine will probably oscillate like this. There will be a difference. Now, when you get on a machine, by analyzing the two graphs here, you can work out how heavy you are. And again, you have to ask your science teacher on how this works. But the point is that to find out how heavy you are in space, you will need to understand cos of x. You would need to understand sine of x, and this occurs in real life. Okay. In the next video, I will give you some more examples.